talking about coming back. You remember you once said you can lose everything in the pursuit. You could lose everything in the pursuit of trying to gain everything. It was something along those lines. Do you think he should stay retired or come
back? For Floyd, man. Selfishly, I'm gonna want to see Floyd fight at 60. Because I respect him, as a fighter, and I grew up watching him, so I'm always want to see him fight. But Floyd is smart. He's not finna fight a young, hungry 47-pounder. He's gonna make a lot of money for the least amount of risk, which he should. He's earned that right. So I'm just curious to see what it is, but I doubt it's gonna be against a top dog.
So excited are you for what?
Those are the words of Andre S.O.G. Ward in regards to Floyd Mayweather making his return in 2020. Okay. Now, Andre Ward, of course, steady, he has the utmost respect for Floyd. He would love to see Floyd selfishly at 60 because, he loves to see him fight. People that respect the sweet science of the sport, that respect boxing, hit and don't get hit, ring generalship, protect yourself at all times. Floyd has mastered that. So I can feel exactly what Andre Ward is saying. Given to the account, he has bad hands. His hands are damaged. His hands been damaged a long time. A lot of people say, well, why doesn't he fight like he used to when he was regarded as pretty boy? Because I'm telling you, the punches that he used to give people weren't so pretty. And, they didn't do his hands so pretty either. They did a lot of damage to his hands. Okay, so, he was able to implement a fighting style defensively to work and acclimate with fighting someone, knowing he had that handicap. It's a handicap, people, to have brittle hands. It's a handicap. And the same people, it's funny, like Conor McGregor talked, about his little brittle hands, his little head, and all this. Kenny Bayless saved him from an ass whooping, a severe one. I think it should have went on, me personally. But anyway, those same brittle hands put him down, made him knocked him around the ring, basically. So he can still punch, but at the expense of pain. Now, getting to what Andre Ward also said regarding Mayweather is also true, 100%. He's smart, okay? He's not going to go out there and fight a hungry 147-pounder. He won't do it, okay? Now, it's two sides to this. He says he has that right. Yeah, he does have that right, but here's the thing. The TBE, the best ever. Let's stop bullshitting. That's where I counterpunch Andre Ward. Let's stop bullshitting. If you're the best ever, you fight the best around, period. You fight either the champ, you fight someone that gives the crowd a question mark, a sense of not knowing if this fight, this is what makes it more interesting. If you can hear what Andre Ward said at the beginning, he was actually, his quote from that interviewer was, hey, you can lose it all trying to get it back, right? You can risk everything or lose everything trying to get it all. So what he meant by that was Floyd can go in there and can be beat by a 147-pounder like Errol Spence. Would you imagine the magnitude of that fight if Floyd fought Errol Spence? But like Andre Ward said, he won't do it. And since he won't do it, and he's smart, there's no reason to call him the TBE. We can say he was once the TBE. We can say that. But to say, oh, I'm the TBE, you can say you're the cash cow if you still do the numbers. But if people watch you do exhibitions and, you're talking about the money that you made, what's the point? Was his last time in the ring on pay-per-view? No. Nasukawa? No, it wasn't. It was an exhibition, a money-grabbing situation where he knocked out a smaller little guy in one round and received a whole lot of money for doing so. Which ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to come back out of retirement, fight someone worth fighting. Fight someone that has the public thinking, this guy can beat Floyd. Why? Because Floyd's older. It makes it that much interesting because he's older, right? We don't know if he can do what he still do. I mean, I seen him slow down in the Conor McGregor fight, but who's to say he fought Conor McGregor a certain way because he wanted to get him out of there. Okay? He fought like Canelo fought Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? He came right for Conor McGregor. Okay? Conor McGregor, as he thought, gassed out because they knew he had stamina problems, and boom, boom, boom. 8th, 9th round, he was gone. No legs, no air, no energy. And that was Conor McGregor, the fall thereof. All right? But if you're coming back legitimately in the sport of boxing, honestly, I disagree with Andre Ward. He doesn't have that right. Just say, hey, I'm retired, I do exhibitions. Just say that. Don't say I'm coming back to the sport because he wants to make money. But don't do it by picking someone you know you can beat like Andre Berto. Don't do, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure the backstory, you wanted to bless him and feed his family because a lot of his family to Haiti. I know the backstory, but at the end of the day, there should have been other fighters that you could have fought that were better than him, more skillful than him, deserved it more than him. Okay? So to make up an excuse why you shouldn't fight those guys and why you're fighting a particular guy, that's BS. Okay? But yes, I do agree with Andre Ward on this. He's smart, so he won't fight those guys. But since he is smart, I think I will go a step farther. Floyd has always been smart. Okay? That's the thing. What people don't understand, despite his skill and his ability and things of that nature, he never, at the end of his career, never pushed himself to his own ability. Okay? To his full potential. He never really pushed himself. So Floyd's thing, he would rather look good beating someone lower opposition than to struggle and have a hard time like he did with like Cotto and guys like that or Castillo, right? He would rather fight other guys. Maidana was a pretty tough fight, but he didn't expect that to be a really tough fight. That's why he had to fight him twice. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's Floyd's thing. He wants to look a lot better than, not to say that he really is, because we didn't really see him fight like the Laras, the Thurmans. We didn't see him fight those guys at the end of his career. And a lot of people say, well, he can fight who he wants. Yeah, you can pick fights all you want, but to call yourself the TBE and not fight those guys that were the best, that was hungry, that was young, that did deserve it, you didn't give it to them. So if you're coming back in the sport of boxing and you're not doing that, don't say you're coming back in the sport of boxing legitimately. Just say I'm coming back for exhibitions. Pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. I love him as a fighter. He did things that I didn't think he could do. I went against him when he fought Corrales, Chico, right? Blew him out of the water. I was amazed. January 20th, 2001 to be exact. Yes, I remember the dates, people, because he did that. He made a believer out of me when he was pretty boy, right? But at the end of his career, he got out and he coasted. Now, I was hoping that he would he's coming back into the sport to prove that he is the best or better than Manny Pacquiao. Why? Because Manny Pacquiao did something that a lot of people doubt he will do. A lot of people like me, a lot of people like Andre Ward. Go in there and fight someone hungry. Go in there and fight the unified welterweight champion of the world, Errol Spence. Go in there then. Fight that guy. If he fought that guy, you would hear crickets over it. Matter of fact, you wouldn't hear crickets. You would hear praise over here. Because I give credit where credit's due. If Floyd went in there and fought Errol Spence, look, win, lose, or draw, because it don't matter at this point. It's not even about, but I know how it's structured with Floyd. See, here's the thing. If Floyd loses, that means that evidence, that structure, that blueprint is gone, okay? He has to be undefeated forever. So as long as he's undefeated, Al Heyman can preach to these younger fighters and have these younger fighters thinking, hey, you can be like Floyd too. Just don't lose your O. But anyway, that's my counterpunch and on Andre Ward. You tell me what you feel about Andre Ward's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.